Hello guys, today is a good day and we continue with our tutorials today, and we are still on vectors. So today we want to see how we can use vectors calculator to solve some vector questions, and also we can solve it manually. We just want to introduce more ideas on how we can speed up solving vectors or mathematics with our calculator. So now let's look at the question, straightforward to the question. We say the vector 12x is parallel to the vector 8, 6. Find the value of x. So we want to find the value of x here. So quickly we have those. There's a solution for this question. Now we have a 12 to x, and we have equal to 8 and 6. Now since they are parallel, now we can say 12 is to 8 equal to x is to 6. Now we know that when we map is to means we can turn it as a division. So now it's going to be 12 over 8 equal to x over 6. And it's as simple as this. So what we have to do is to do cross multiplication. So this is cross multiplication here. So now 6 times 12 and 8 times x. We divide both sides to get the answer done quickly. Now at this point, you need to use your calculator to get the answer done. We just had this breakdown, and what we have to do on your calculator. And the first thing, we have already learned about fractions, so you know where your fraction key is. So you go your fraction key, and we have this as a fraction. We enter 12, bring your cursor down, you have 8, throw your cursor right. Then you have your fraction, you need to have an equal sign. So alpha calculate gives you equal sign here. You throw your fraction key again. This time around you need an x. The x is alpha x. Then you bring your cursor down. Then you have 6 down here, and you are done. What the next thing you have to do is to go to shift, calculate or solve, and it asks you to solve for x. Go to equal sign, and it give you the answer to be 9. So now x is equal to 9 for this vector. As simple as this. Now we have find a way getting the vectors down without going through the normal vector procedure, and this is how you have to solve it. Very good. Now it's the same as the second one. We can do the same thing. So now we have this one as if PQ equal to 24x and a CD is a 1620. Find x if PQ is parallel to CD, and that's as simple as that. You straightforward get the answer done. Now you can deduce how it got it. So now it's going to be 24 over 16 and x over 20. Then you get the answer, move on. So now you go to XC, then you need your fraction key quickly. The next thing you have to do is you enter the value of 2, 4. You come down to have 16, and then you throw the cursor here to have your equal sign. You have a fraction key, then you enter x 20. As simple as that. So now x20 is going to be alpha bracket close. Now bring your cursor down. You have 2, 0. You bring your cursor out. Shift calculate. solve for x, you get your x to be 30. And when you solve it manually, you get the answers right. You get 34, the answer. So this is the simplest way we can use our calculator to solve questions like this. And when you take your time, you can try it, you have the answers right. Now, quickly, let's add this one, and we'll move on to the next section. Now, you have a question here. It says that if A equal to vector 1, -3, and a B equal to vector 2, 3, and a C equal to vector 8 and 3, find I, M, and N such that M is M times A plus N times B equal to C, where M and N are scalars. We just want to find the I and go to the II. It's as simple as this. Now we need to expand this. With this kind of vectors, you can go straight to enter everything on your calculator. You need to know how to solve the question. So first of all, you need to break down to a certain point before you get the rest solved by your calculator. So first of all, we have a scalars, which is M and N multiplying. So now it's going to be, it says that A plus B equal to C. Now we have M already here, and the M is multiplying A, which is 1 and -3. Then we have plus here is N. Then we have B is 2, 3. Then we have our C is 8 and 3 there. Now we can open the bracket. So when you just open the bracket, we have M, -3M, then bracket close, plus we have 2N, now 3N, bracket close, then we have this as 8, 3, as simple as this. Now we can take them simple as we move, so that we can have M plus 2N equal to 8. We can name this as equation 1. Then we can take the second one as -3M and plus 3N equal to 3. We can take this as equation 2. Now this becomes a simultaneous equation. Now when you have a simultaneous equation, the simple thing you have to do, you don't need to waste much time. You go to use your calculator. We'll get there, how we can use our simultaneous ideas to solve questions. This becomes an equation. So quickly, although we are dealing with vectors, but the idea of equation has come here. What do? We need to go and apply our equation ideas to solve this. So first of all, quickly, we'll go to our calculator. We explore the ideas of solving equations. So we'll go to mode, and the mode will go to 5. You see equations there, you select 5. We'll learn more about that. So let's move on to that aspect. Now the next thing that we have to do is, this is an equation. So what do is just need to pick the first one to have the equation. Because we have this. So select number 1 to have the equation done, which is 1. The 1 is the simultaneous equation. You have equation 1 and equation 2. You can see it on the calculator. Not only the coefficient that we need to enter. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 8. Now we have 1 equal sign, 2 equal sign, 8 equal sign. Then it sends you to equation 2. -3 equal sign. We have this as +3 equal sign, and we have 3 here again as positive 3. So 3 equals 9. So what we have to do is, when we are done, we go to equal sign again. Instead of x is, now we have x gives us 2. We go to equal sign again, and a y give us 3. Now this is very important. Always the x is the first value. We use the first value to represent x and the second value to represent y. So now m equal to 2, n equal to 3. This is a simple way you can get the answer done. And when you do the substitution, you will get your answer right. So this is a simple way you can get your question solved as vectors, but now we are applying the idea of equations, because now we have developed a simultaneous equation. This is as simple as this. So the vectors ideas has sent us to apply different way of getting the answers solved. It's not always that it's vector, so you need to go the vector way, but when it is a vector that is bringing other ideas, you need to also apply the next ideas to get your answers solved. Alright guys, so this is our tutorial for this section, and we'll continue building up our tutorials. See you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Goodbye.